Hello everyone, welcome to a tropical weather checkup for August 24th. Today we're going to be looking at Typhoon Bobby, Tropical Storm Marco, and Tropical Storm Laura. Enjoy this video. And here's a look at the radar imagery of Typhoon Bobby. Looks really good. They're expecting it to get up to a Category 4 storm. Earlier they were expecting a Category 3, now up to Category 4. Here's the cloud fall. You can see just how good the storm looks. You can kind of see the eye. You cannot see water at the bottom yet, but you can see the eye. Here are the water temperatures. The water temperatures ahead for the storm are very warm until it gets up towards South Korea, and that's when they're expecting the weakening trend to start. Now looking at past 24-hour precipitation, you can see the white and the purple where the storm has been and passed. Now going over to wind speed, you're going to obviously see where the storm is, that purple, dark blue area, and that eye right in the middle where the strongest winds are currently. Now looking at intensity, 110 mile per hour winds, no pressure given, and moving north-northwest at 8 miles per hour. Soon this storm will be a Cat 3, most likely by today, if not today, tomorrow. And then it will strengthen up to a Cat 4, hit its peak either tomorrow or the day after that, maybe today, but I doubt it. And then it will begin the weakening trend, and then it will hit North Korea's tip, most likely affect Pyongyang, the capital of North Korea as well. So if you live in Pyongyang, definitely be careful. And here's a look at Marco. You can see it's been completely torn to shreds by the wind shear in that area. The wind shear across the entire Atlantic pretty much is abnormally low, but in this area south of Louisiana it is super high, and that has torn Marco to absolute shreds. Here's the cloud fall. You can see it's actually been affecting a large area, with that cloud fall reaching all the way to South Carolina. Going over to water temperatures, very high, not going to matter though, with the wind shear and the land interaction. This storm, even with the warmest waters in the world, would not be able to sustain all of the stuff it's going to run into. Here's past 24-hour precipitation. You can see the whites and the purples in that area. Now going over to wind speed, you're not even going to see purples. It is barely holding on as a tropical storm right now, but it will run into Louisiana, most likely give a little bit of wind speed and more rain. And here's a look at the intensity, 40 mile per hour winds, 1,008 millibars, and moving northwest at 6 miles per hour. Most likely today it will become a tropical depression and then a post-tropical cyclone and move over Texas, where it will be very weakened. Here's a look at the cone. No watches or warnings in effect for Louisiana or Texas, which I'm actually kind of surprised about. I'm surprised they didn't at least put a tropical storm watch, but they're very confident that the storm will completely fade by the time it gets in that area. Here's the chance of tropical storm force winds, some yellows on the very tip of Louisiana. And now going over to the models. The models are actually all over the place on the storm. Some say it's going to go into Texas after it hits Louisiana. Some say it's going to curve up and go towards the East Coast. We really don't know with this storm right now. And here's our final storm, Tropical Storm Laura. It is currently affecting Cuba, as it has many other Caribbean islands. Actually looks really good right now. That's why they're expecting it to become a Category 2 at landfall, maybe even could become a Category 3 and hit that major hurricane status. Here's a look at the cloud fall. You can't really see an eye, but you can see that massive cloud area, and that is obviously where Laura is. Here's the water temperatures. That wind shear south of Louisiana will most likely be gone by the time that Laura gets there. Now going over to past 24-hour precipitation, you can see that white and red and purple area south of Cuba, and actually affecting Cuba a bit as well. Here's the wind speeds definitely affecting Cuba. If you live in Havana, be very careful. Even though the storm is on the other side of Cuba, it will definitely be coming close to Havana and will most likely deliver tropical storm force winds. Now we'll look at the intensity of Laura. 60 miles per hour, 1,001 millibars of pressure, and moving west-northwest at 20 miles per hour. As we go on throughout the day, it will stay as a tropical storm, then become a strong tropical storm tomorrow, and most likely a hurricane tomorrow. And then on August 26th, it should become a Category 2, and then move inland over Louisiana, and then across to the east coast of the U.S., where it could affect West Virginia and Virginia and many other East Coast states. Now we'll look at the cone and the watches and warnings. Pretty much tropical storm warnings all across Cuba except for the southeastern tip of Cuba, which the storm has already passed through, and some tropical storm warnings in the Florida Keys, even though it shouldn't come close to the Florida Keys. It might if it makes an unexpected turn, but we do not think that will happen. Here's the chance of tropical storm force winds. Some reds in Louisiana, which is up to 70 to 80% that those winds will happen. Also in Cuba, you can see all of that purple. That's where the winds are currently affecting right now. And the models, unlike Marco, everybody's pretty sure of the same thing. Texas and Louisiana are going to get affected, but mostly western Louisiana. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more tropical weather checkups and weather checkups in general, definitely subscribe and comment down below. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Bye.